Now let us see overloading of a insertion operator that is used with cout for displaying an object. This is a complex number class. We have already seen it in previous example. These are the private members of a class, that is real and imaginary are the data members, and this is a default argument constructor. Already we have written display function for displaying a complex number in the form of a plus ib. Let us use it once by writing inside a main function. I will create an object c with a 10, 5, and I will say cout, and I will say c dot display. This will display a complex number in the form of a plus ib, that is 10 plus i5. Let me run and show you. Yeah, I got the result as 10 plus i5. Now what I want is, instead of saying c dot display, I want it to work if I say cout c. See, there is no operator overloaded for this one, so let us define an operator. So what will be the logic? For overloading an insertion operator, I have to use a friend function. So inside the class complex, first of all, I will write down the signature, that is prototype of a friend function. Friend, and the return type is OStream and reference. OStream reference, and the function name is operator, and the parameters are OStream reference, and the reference name I will write it as out, and the next is complex C. Better, this also is taken as a reference. That's all. This is a function, the prototype of a function I have written inside the class. Now I can overload this operator by writing a function outside the class. So I will write on the body of a function outside the class. So it is OStream reference and operator insertion, OStream reference name is out, and complex reference C. Now what is the body of this function? So here I should use the object out and say c dot real, and I should also display plus I and then c dot imaginary. This is over. Then I should also return out. Then I should also return out, that is, it is written by reference. As here it is mentioned, it is written by reference. That's it. This is how we can overload insertion operator. Now here I can simply say cout c. So this operator will be called, which will be taking two arguments, that is, one is OStream operator and another is complex number. So you can see for this operator there are two operands, that is cout as an object and c as an object, so both are passed to this one. So the function is called more like this one, operator. One is cout and the second one is c. It is just like this, and the operator name is insertion. It is more like this. Writing this statement is similar to this one. And here I will also add and L. Let us run this and see. Yeah, I got the answer 2 times because I have called the same thing twice. I can even write like this, or even I can write like this, just like a function. Imagine this is the function name. Operator insertion is the function name, which is taking cout and c. Now one more thing, I'll show you the importance of this one. So if I say remove this OStream return type and say void, and also I will remove this return type, and from here in the friend function declaration I will remove void. Let us see whether it works or not. See, there are no errors, so still it works. I don't have to return something. I can even make the function as void. So just watch here, I have made changes here. Instead of returning a reference of OStream, I wrote void. A standard method is OStream references return, but without that also it works. Let us see. Yeah, it's working. So I don't have to really return OStream operator. So then what is the difference? See here what is the difference, writing void or returning something. Now usually after cout displaying something, we also say NL. I will write NL. Cout C NL. So I got an error message that a reference to overloaded function could not be resolved. Did you mean to call it? So it's giving a message that it's unable to call the function because you cannot continue your insertion operator statement further, you have to block it here. If you stop here, then it's not an error. If you stop here, it's not an error. But you cannot continue anything further. That suppose I want to display C1 as well as C2 and more objects I want to display, I cannot do that. It's an error. So suppose I want endl here. I want endl here. Then go back to the code and make modifications in this one. So instead of void, I will say o stream reference, and here also o stream reference. Then I should make this return enabled, remove the comment. Now this endl works perfectly. There is no error message. Reason, see, it is just like this. It is taking C out as well as a C as a complex number and returning back C out. So again this whole thing becomes a C out. Then it will be like C out endl. So that is the reason we must return o stream reference. So let us run the program now. Yes, I got a one more free space, that is one more new line because of this endl which I have written here. So this is the method of overloading a insertion operator. Similarly, you can try for extraction, only the things will be little different and the logic may be different.